Friends are people who you trust, people who inspire you, and people who help you. But these days, self-esteem and confidence are at an all-time low, and your friends don't even think about you. Going to school, it's normal to find friends. You may have the same things in common, you get along well, and you have the same classes. At least you think that. When you have a group of 5 to 6 people, you may tend to sway with each friend. Some you like more, some you like less. And the ones you get along with most are who you value, but not for them. See, that person might not even care about you as much. They might not value you, and they might not even think of you as a friend, but you do. And that's where the trend starts. As time passes, you discover more and more about this friend. You see posts of them disliking you, but you still go on to believe that they are really your friend, just not as much as you did before. But as more time passes, you experience sudden anger, intrusive thoughts, and they start attacking your brain. More and more thoughts come up, such as, are they really my friends? What do they even think of me? Is my whole life a lie? And to tell you the truth, in this scenario, it really is looking like it. I remember in 7th and 8th grade, I had absolutely nothing going for me. As I said in a previous video, the friends weren't there, I was doubting myself, nothing was really working out for me. My grades were alright, A's and B's, and to you, you might think, that's pretty good. But as I said before, the competitive nature of this school really put me down. Everyone at my middle school was a nerd. This guy right here, that guy probably went to my school. Felt like no one was on the same boat as me. As Ruff talked about, he said, you have to compare, but to the people who are much better than you have to be inspired, which is a really good quote. But unfortunately, at my school, everyone looked like this and got these grades. When I came to this school, I had 2 goals. The first goal is what many try and strive for, who are, trying to achieve for academics. They strive for success with their grades, which, depending on how you look at it, could be a success or a fail. The other goal was popularity, which is the first step I took to absolutely decline. Now, my number one recommendation is don't choose popularity. Only good things that come with it is the word popularity. Popularity comes the things I said earlier. Lowers self-esteem, lowers self-confidence. It just drains you. And those intrusive thoughts, well, now, that's all you think of. Luckily, as 8th grade progressed, I had real friends who actually cared about me. So I thank you guys if you're watching this video. Anyways, everyone in that popular circle was fake, and they, again, didn't really care about you. One minute, they were all smiles, and the next minute, they are screaming about you at the top of their lungs about how much they annoy you. If she's watching this video, you know who you are. But in all seriousness, everyone can be fake. From the nerds, from the normies, and, as I said earlier, the popular kids. Everyone can be fake. Everyone has just a little hatred towards each other and talks just a little bit behind their back. Because ultimately, we are human. No one is perfect. We say stuff without thinking, just like I do a lot of the time. Those who don't hate you, those are your real friends. And your real friends are the ones you should hang out with. The point of this is that you need to look at a popular person's shoes, or be in their shoes. Do they actually enjoy talking to you, or do they just smile at you and don't care about a word you say? But all in all, just learn from experience with previous friends, just like I did. And then you will guide yourself to real human beings. But when you're talking to someone, don't just spend all your time thinking of what they're thinking about you, because that's the total opposite of this video. You shouldn't care what people think. Eventually, it does take time. No one's perfect. Because don't spend all day thinking, did Josh really like me? Or was he just staring at Miranda's boobs? A question I think everyone asks themselves once figuring this dilemma out is, how do I get rid of these friends that are wasting my time when I could just be exploring the world, finding new friends, and actually spending my time? Or alternatively, should I just watch a bunch of self-improvement videos in an endless loop until I figure it out? Now, if I'm being honest, it should probably be the first one. If it's not, watch my previous videos. But again, the problem is you keep hanging out with these friends because you're afraid, and you're afraid of that if you lose these friends, who are you going to go to next? You have no other friends. You just have these popular losers that you can't even talk to without being honest. You have to watch everything you say, just like all the other kids. Except they keep hanging off them at the movies, and they always get kicked out. They're afraid that they have no backup plan. They're just going to be the popular loser who's in a corner, talking to himself, who has stage 3 depression, who has nothing going for him. And because of this, they fail to find new ones that actually probably care about them. Say you actually stop hanging out with them. Say you actually find friends. Okay, you're on the right track. But say those friends, you don't think about them as much as you did before. You don't really care about them. You're just becoming a hypocrite. And you see a post on your previous friend's page, and you think, I'm really missing out. Maybe I should go talk. No! What you really should do is talk to the friends you have now, or the ones you're talking to. Because those will probably end up being the people who actually care about you, who actually think of what you say, because they have nothing to hold back. They are what you think of as nerds, which they aren't, and those nerds don't care about what people think. They're what you would look at right here as the pyramid of popularity. They're all the way in number 1 or number 2, so they have nothing to care about. All they care about is grades, having friends, and getting good grades. So why shouldn't you hang out with them? Why should you keep hanging out or caring about these popular losers that don't matter to you at all, who don't care about you, who don't think about you, who don't value? But again, because of society's views on these nerds, you dump them. And ultimately, you just keep repeating the cycle, finding new friends that are fake instead of finding real ones. Unless you don't. You find more real ones, but there's still a problem. You just dumped all these really good friends. Throw them right to the trash. Every last contact, every last message, everything. Because that's what society thinks of them. We're human beings. We judge people as much as they judge us. It's ultimately what we do. It's 7th and 8th grade. Those are some of the worst years of your life, according to many people, millennials mostly. So instead of keep watching this video, when the school year rolls around, change yourself. Change that popular title. Go explore those other 1,100 kids in your school. There has to be one guy, one girl that you can talk to. A real person. Because whether you're in high school or middle school, it doesn't matter. There are people out there, maybe not even at your school, that you can find and talk to. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe. We're getting really close to 1K. We're at 816 subscribers at the time of uploading this video. Make that 817 for me. Now, please join the Discord. We have 600 members. We definitely have 600 members. And otherwise, stop watching and start starting.